I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. Shocking news. Shocking news. The deputy in the Sonya Massey case has been released from jail. Where is Biden and Kamala Harris? But before we get started with this demonstration, let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as comment, criticism, news reporting, scholarship, and research. What that means is that everything that you hear in this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm gonna take a quick break, just a 30-second break, and I'll be right back. But I want y'all to meditate for a few seconds and understand what has happened and also understand what this means. I'll be right back. Now, what exactly does this mean? You have all this footage. You got the video footage of the unaliving first. All right. She had a pot of water on a stove that was boiling, that she was boiling. You see the cop, the deputy, you see him just savagely gun her down. All right. After that, in the police station, he's laughing. He's laughing. Now, according to, let's go and see exactly why he was released. It's sick, y'all. It's sick. It's sick.
Former Sangamon County Deputy Sean Grayson is released from custody under the Illinois Pretrial Fairness Act. Grayson is accused of shooting and killing 36-year-old Sonya Massey in her home in July.
The 4th District Appellate Court filed a ruling Wednesday claiming prosecutors failed to prove evidence that would consider Grayson to be a danger to the community. And on Monday, a judge signed off on the decision. Grayson is charged with first-degree murder. Sonya Massey called 911 to report a suspected prowler. Defense attorneys argue Grayson told Massey to drop a pot she was holding, but she refused. That's when he fired several shots at her.
It's a slap in the face to the Massey family. They're spending their first holidays without their loved one. And Sean Grayson could possibly spend his holidays with his family.
Now, what does this say? What does this say? As a people, are we that weak? As black people, are we that weak to we witness this kind of and I gotta be careful with my choice of words. We witness this play over and over and over again. Breonna Taylor, just to name one of the many black women that has been slaughtered by these pigs, slaughtered by these racist cops. Sonya Massey was in her home right? It was believed that she called the cops because of an intruder. How is it that she called the cops and she ends up losing her life? She didn't have no weapon. She wasn't a threat. She didn't pose a threat at any time. Did she pose a threat to this cop? Now they releasing him under the Fair Act. What is that all about? They're saying that the prosecutors failed to show evidence why he's a danger to society. What do you mean what do you mean the prosecutors failed to show why he's a danger to society? The video alone shows why he's a danger to society. He took the life of an innocent black woman. No way around that. And what are we doing as a people? See, and keep in mind who's in office. We can't blame this on Donald Trump. Who's in office? Who's in office? Biden is still in office. Kamala is still in office. Notice now, since she lost the election, do y'all notice how she went back into hiding? The same thing that she was doing the whole 4 years Biden been in office. Kamala has been quiet. We haven't heard anything coming from Kamala. What is, I gotta be careful with my words that I choose. But what is Kamala? And I know what y'all gonna say. But Shank, the president, the vice president can't do nothing. Like the hell they can. See, when Kamala was campaigning, these are the women and men. These are the people that she should have had up at her shows. So for all of y'all Kamala Harris supporters, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Make sure y'all double tap the screen and get my likes up. I don't want to hear it. If y'all can't see the BS that's attached with Biden and Kamala, then I don't know if y'all will ever be able to see anything. Do y'all realize that this cop has been released? He's been released. Baby Oil Man on the other end, Baby Oil Man didn't take nobody's life. That's a big difference. How is it that Baby Oil Man hasn't taken anybody's life, but he's been denied bail 3-4 times? This cop has been released. He didn't even have to post bail. He didn't even have to come out his pocket. He didn't even have to come out his bank account with $1 to be released. And this is the America that we all live in, right? How is this able to happen? I'm waiting for somebody to drop down and talk to me. Salute, Tori. How is this able to happen, Tori? Maybe you can help me understand. Maybe somebody can help me understand. How is it this racist cop took the life of Sonya Massey and he's been released from jail waiting to stand trial because the prosecutor failed to prove that he's a danger to the public. And this is why I tell y'all over and over again, we can play with it if we want to. Salute Positive Vibes. Salute Cotan. We can play with this if we want to. When will we get involved? When will we stand up and say enough is enough? When? Somebody tell me, when will we stand up and say, look, enough is enough? Black people stood up. Why don't we stand up today? We got money. We got cars. We got all of the above. But why won't we stand up? And y'all know I don't even go live during this time. Tori says, Shank, the best way I could put it at the moment is they traded the mask for the badge. Y'all know I don't even go live this time of night. But it's just been troubling me. And I try to stay away from these kind of cases. Because it only leaves a dark mark on me. It puts me in a place, you know, maybe I need to be in that place. Maybe we all need to be in that place. Salute Niche. Salute Niche. But what are we doing, people? What are we doing? What are we doing? We went through this with Breonna Taylor and countless of other black women losing their lives. Here we go. This a slap in the face. If y'all haven't heard, let me be the first one to break the news to y'all. The cop, the deputy that took Sonya Massey's life, he's been released from jail. He's been released from jail because they say the prosecutors wasn't able to prove why he's a threat to the public, why he's a danger to the public. It's right there. It's right there. As long as we don't do nothing, as long as we keep ignoring it, it's going to keep happening. Tori says, it happens though, and you got the mind and the voice for these type of matters. Keep helping us. Zone Fanic says, what solution are you looking for? Positive Vibe says, this is absolutely crazy. It is crazy. It's crazy. And it's not going to get no better until we come out of our comfort zone. And I know I rub a lot of people the wrong way when I speak, because the majority of us as black people, the majority of us are conditioned. The majority of us are programmed. The majority of us could give a damn about Sonya Massey. The majority of us are waiting until we die to go to heaven, to be in heaven with our grandparents. The majority of us are waiting until we die to get away from this crazy world. The majority of us are waiting for God to come down in the sky and save us. I know I'm gonna rub a lot of y'all the wrong way. I got news for y'all. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Positive Vibe says they should care because that could be anyone, mother, sister, or aunt. Zone says there's ways too many times we as Americans put issues out there without initially taking that responsibility ourselves first. showing we even attempted to seek solutions. The solutions are out there, and they've been out there for many, many years. You know, the solutions is out there, and they've been out there for many, many years. We just keep ignoring it because we don't want to work. We rather work for everybody else. We rather work and make everybody else wealthy, but we don't want to work for ourselves. We let everybody come into our communities and get rich off of us, right? And this is stuff that we've heard all our life. Let's highlight them because there may be a lack of awareness. Believe it or not, people live their own lives. What is it that we want? We could just start right there. We want justice. What is it that we want? We want our own territory. We want our own land. We want to be able to do for self. I mean, and it's no disrespect to you, but these programs has been out there. The thoughts, the things that I'm speaking to y'all, it been out there. It's just every time we get some money, every time we get a little position, it goes to our heads and we forget about what the assignment was about. If I get $1 million today or tomorrow, what's the chances of me hanging around and continuing to build? What's the chances of me hanging around? Or now I got this $1 million. So what I'm going to do now? I'm going to run off and do my own thing. Right? Zone says you listed a bunch of things that may or may not require tax or public funding. So how do we make these solutions equitable for all? Because that's how the solutions will happen. I'm going to ask you, Zone, you come up with it. You come up with it. Because you seem very knowledgeable. You seem very knowledgeable. You seem to have an understanding. You see what's going on in our community. And I take it that you are melanated. I take it that you are one of us. You see what's going on in our community. Put together a program. See, that's how we start right there. We start with everybody coming to the board, everybody coming to the table and bring what they got. Don't focus on somebody else and questioning them and wondering what they got going on. You bring what you got to the table. Like for me, I'm a content creator. So for me, okay, let me strike up the live. Let me come before the people. Let me share what's going on. Now it comes for you all that's listening to me to be like, okay, Shank, I'm good at this. Shank, I'm going to start this. Shank, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. This is how all those great organizations from the past, this is how all those great organizations were successful. You only know of Harriet Tubman, but you don't know the many slaves that helped Harriet Tubman. You only know of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Elijah Muhammad, the Minister Farrakhan. We only know the Black Panthers, but we don't know about those that helped them achieve the assignment. So I'm asking you, brainstorm if you have to, but come up with some solutions. Help me come up with some solutions. Hey, Shank, I got an idea. How about we do this? Hey, Shank, I got an idea. How about we do this? You got a platform, Shank. So how about we do this? How about we do that? But for those that have just joined in, the deputy, Sean Grayson, has been released. Has been released, y'all. Has been released from jail. And as I said, that's a total slap in the face. Salute swinging over here. That's a slap in the face. So now you wonder, is Sonya Massey going to receive justice? You know, because he still got to go to trial. You know, what's going to happen when it go to trial? Any ideas? And make sure y'all double tap the screen and hit the like button. Get my likes up. But I wanted to come before y'all, and I wanted to do this quick live because as much as I try to stay away from these kind of cases, and as much as I want to stay away from these cases, it's like I can't, because every time I turn on the news, every time I go on Facebook, every time I go on Instagram, every time I go anywhere, these type of cases are right there in front of us. Salute Still Swinging Podcast. Yeah, they released them.
Do you understand what I am saying?
Yes, I do, sir.
And I've had this conversation with you before. If we can't trust what you say and what you see, we can't have you in our uniform. I'm calling you on your integrity. How's that?
Now, this is the audio recordings. Reveal Officer Sean Grayson had disciplinary issues 20 months before he pow Sonya Massey. So what do y'all mean that the prosecutors failed to prove that? Just they failed to prove.
Today's question is, can I analyze the case of Sonya Massey? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon at 2868 Hoover Avenue. Now moving to the timeline of the crime. On July 6, 2024, at 12:50 a.m., 36-year-old Sonya Massey called 911 and reported hearing noises outside her home. She refused to answer any questions and disconnected the call. Two deputies from the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office responded, arriving at about 1:08 a.m. One of these deputies was named Sean Grayson. The other deputy has not been identified. I will refer to him simply as Deputy 2. Sean did not turn on his body camera as required by department policy, but Deputy 2's camera was activated. When the deputies first arrived, they checked the area for any sign of a prowler. Deputy 2 walked around Sonia's property with a flashlight. He looked in a shed in the backyard and looked in the front yards of a few other houses before noticing a black SUV in the driveway next to Sonia's house. This vehicle had a broken driver's side window, and a small window toward the back of the rear driver's side door was broken. There was no sign of a prowler. Sean had been searching the area as well, using his flashlight. At 1:12 a.m., Deputy 2 knocked on Sonia's front door. Sean joined Deputy 2 and started knocking. Receiving no answer, the deputies contacted dispatch and asked them to call Sonya. The deputies could hear the phone ringing inside the house, but Sonya would not come to the door. Eventually, she yelled, "Hold on." At 1:16 a.m., Sonya finally answered the front door. She talked to the deputies about God and said that she didn't know who owned the black SUV next to her house. Sonya wasn't really speaking clearly or making a lot of sense. She appeared to be suffering from mental health symptoms. After a brief conversation at the front door, the deputies were getting ready to leave. Deputy 2 walked away from the front door and called in the license plate of the black SUV. While he was a few feet away doing this, something transpired between Sean and Sonya, which led Sean to enter her house. Deputy 2 followed a few seconds later. Sonya sat down on a couch, and everyone appeared to be calm. Sean asked Sonya to supply her name. She was reluctant, but she gave it to him. At this point, Sean asked for her driver's license, saying that would be easier. At 1:20 a.m., as Sonya was looking for her driver's license, Sean noticed a pot of water on the stove. He pointed toward the kitchen and said, "We don't need a fire while we're here." Sonya went into the kitchen to remove the pot from the stove. She turned off the stove, carried the pot to the sink, and turned on the faucet. The deputies were still in the living room at this point. They backed away from Sonya, prompting her to ask, "Where are you going?" Sean laughed as he responded, "Away from your hot, steaming water." Sonya dramatically changed the tone of the encounter by saying, quote, "Away from the hot, steaming water. Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," unquote.
She knew right there. She knew right there something wasn't right. One thing I know about women, one thing I know about black women, they got that sixth sense or whatever y'all call it. But a black woman, she knows when something ain't right. And most of the times, she is right. And most of the times, they're going to scream out in the name of Jesus.
Sean replied with the word, "huh," which led Sonya to repeat, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." As Sean put his hand on his pistol, he told,
See, right there, what you got your hand on your pistol for? Who in their right mind? Who in their right mind? A woman, okay? A defenseless woman. It's you and your partner. Now, this is a defenseless woman with no weapons, period. Who goes for they weapon? Salute Bad Bunny. This is a closed case. Who goes for their weapon?
Sonya that she better blanking not, or he would blanking shoot her in the blanking face. Just as he finished that sentence, he drew his weapon, pointed it at Sonya, and said, "Drop the blanking pot."
Nowhere do he say anything about drop a knife. If she had a knife, if she was holding a knife, he would have told her to drop the knife. Now, I don't know if you trolling, Heart Bleeds. Not sure if you trolling me or not, Heart Bleeds. But I'm going to let my moderators handle you because I'm not going to entertain no trolls tonight. If you don't know this case, keep your mouth shut. If she was holding a knife, for sure, he would have said, drop the knife.
She responded by saying, "Okay, I'm sorry." After repeating the words, "I'm sorry," Sonya crouched next to the sink. Sean stepped forward and to the right to see around the counter, closing the distance to Sonya as he continued yelling at her. Even though Sean had not activated his body camera, it still captured what happened next because he turned it on a few seconds later.
So he didn't even turn the camera on when he first got there, which is standard procedures to turn your camera on.
Body cameras always record video. When they are activated, they retain a few seconds of the video prior to the activation.
Extra absorbent.
It's no way in the world, that this was justified. It's no way in the world that it's justified for him to be released. Are you crazy? This is a slap in the face because we all know Sonya Massey was white. We all know Deputy Sean Grayson was black. We already know. That's not why he was released. I'm getting ready to run your ass up out of here, Hearts Bleeds. I'm warning you. I'm getting ready to run your ass up out of here. Don't come in here trolling me. That's not why they released them. If you paid attention. Matter of fact, moderators, get Heart Bleeds ass up out of here. Because I ain't for it tonight, all right? Moderators, get her ass or his ass up out of here. Learn the case before you come in this chat. I'm on one tonight. So I advise y'all trolls to tread lightly. Your funky ass.
And to the right to see around the counter, closing the distance to Sonya as he continued yelling at her. Even though Sean had not activated his body camera, it still captured what happened next because he turned it on a few seconds later. Body cameras always record video. When they are activated, they retain a few seconds of the video prior to the activation. From Sean's body camera video, it appears as though after Sonya crouched down, she grabbed the pot of water and threw it toward Sean. At about 1:20 a.m., Sean responded by firing his weapon 3 times, striking Sonya 1 time in the face and killing her. Sean yelled, "Drop the blanking pot." During the confrontation, Deputy 2 drew his weapon, but he never fired it. His body camera was on the entire time, but the camera didn't get a clear view of the shooting because of where he was standing. After the shooting, Deputy 2 told Sean that he was going to retrieve a medical kit from his vehicle. Sean responded, quote, "No, it's a headshot. She's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot," unquote. He then said, quote, "Yeah, I'm not taking blanking boiling water to the blanking head. And look, it blanking came right up to our feet, too," unquote. A few seconds later, Sean added, quote, "What else do we do? I'm not taking hot boiling water to the blanking face, and it already reached us," unquote. Despite his initial assessment that rendering aid was not necessary, Sean left the house at 1:22 a.m. to get his medical kit at...
We're going to stop right there. We're going to stop right there. We're going to stop right there. It wasn't justified. He had no business shooting her 3 times in the face. First of all, she didn't show no kind of weapon, a boiling a pot. She's in her own home. What are you talking about? If she wasn't showing, if she didn't have a pot, she got every right to have the pot. That's her house. He violated her in her house. See, this is what we keep telling y'all when y'all wonder why we are in the situation that we're in. And this is what we keep telling y'all racist people about. But it goes in one ear, out the other ear. But I always say this, and I'm going to continue to say it. It's a such thing as karma. It's a such thing as karma because we know for a fact Sonya Massey was white. We know he would have dealt with her completely different. He would have had some compassionate for her. See, that's what y'all fail to realize when it comes to black people, because we know that y'all want the whole world to believe that black people are animals. When black people go to the hospital, when black women go to the hospital, do you know the many cases that has been reported by black women, particularly pregnant black women? But do you know how many cases, how many medical cases that has been reported by black women when they go to the hospital, when they go to the doctor, and the pain that they're in, and they aren't given any medication to treat the pain? Do y'all realize that? Do y'all realize what black women go through? I ain't even going to talk about the black men, but do y'all realize what the black women go through? That's a woman. That's a woman. But why is it when it's a black man, why are we held to different standards when it comes to dealing with women than the white boy is? The white boy can kill a woman. He get off. P. Diddy, he dragged a woman. He slung a woman. He locked up without bail. Right? So this is a closed cut case. Hearts bleeds for you. I know you a troll. You know what I mean? And I know you somebody that know me. I just can't tell you who you are. But just go ahead. You know what I mean? Just seriously, go ahead about your business. You know what I mean? Go ahead about your business. You know? The pot, the pan was no weapon. That's not no weapon. It's not. It's a clear-cut case. He shot her 3 times in the face. That's an overkill. What happened to the stun gun? Come on. What happened to the stun gun? Make it make sense. Somebody make it make sense. But this is what we go through. This is what we go through. No matter how much we try to turn the other cheek, no matter how much we just say, look, we're not going to entertain it. You know what I mean? I'm pissed with you, Tommy, because it's like every time we think we taking one step forward, here we go getting dragged backwards. Like, come on. You know, come on. And that's why I said when it came to the whole voting demonstration, where's Kamala? Prime example. Where's Biden? Where's the Democrat Party at? You get where I'm coming from? Where is Kamala? I'll wait. I'll wait. Yeah, he got released, Tony. He got released. Because the prosecutor, they said the prosecution failed to prove that he's a threat to the public. So that's why they released him on a Fair Care Act. Because it was the prosecutor's job to prove why he's a threat to the public. And they was unable to prove that he was a threat to the public. You know what I mean? But for the trolls, I'm going to let y'all stay in here because y'all helping me get my views up. So continue, trolls. Make sure y'all hit the like button, trolls. Let the trolls rock out. I'm going to use y'all for my views. So y'all can keep saying what y'all want to say. Be my guest. Tommy says, I'm on his ASS, but Diddy locked up. Right, right. And that's the whole thing. Like, Why is it? Well, we know why, but you mean to tell me Baby Oil Man had 3 or 4 bail attempts and they denied Baby Oil Man bail? Right? But the cop, he took Sonya Massey's life. Bad Bunny says he isn't a threat. I don't know what it is. I mean, come on. It's like, and this is why I keep stressing, about us as a people spending money outside of our own communities, making these culture vultures, making them rich, making them wealthy, and we don't get no justice. We don't get no justice at all. Bad Bunny says he is more than a threat. It's bad. I don't even go live this time of night. I don't even do no lives this time of night. But I said, man, I got to strike up a live because I got to vent a little bit. I got to vent. I got to get this off of my chest. I couldn't believe it. I said, how we released them for? But yeah, y'all, yeah, they went on and released them. A says plenty of video with Trump and Epstein. Tommy says Thug went to trial because he got out. Tony says someone needs to put his address out there. Positive Vibe says this time of night is when Shank takes his Tylenol. Yeah, I'm asleep. Positive Vibes know that. I done already popped 2 Tylenols. So this time of night, I'm asleep, knocked out. But I said I gotta vent a little bit. I gotta vent. I'll take a few more comments, y'all, then we gonna get out of here. My Tylenol kicking in. Positive Vibes, right? My Tylenol kicking in. I'm 2 Tylenols kicking in. I'll take a couple more. Tommy says Doug went to trial before he got out. Right. All right, homie. Stay delusional later. I appreciate you for giving me a like. I appreciate you for giving me a view. Make sure you hit the like button, Kane Clips, and the rest of y'all trolls. Bad Bunny says early bird. Yeah, I'm usually sleep. But make sure y'all that's trolling me, make sure y'all hit the like button. I appreciate the view. I appreciate the view that y'all gave me. Appreciate the comments that y'all gave me. Keep trolling me. Because if anybody feels that that pot was a weapon, you're the delusional one. There's no way in the world that that pot was a weapon. It's no way in the world. He did not feel as though his life was in danger. She did not make a move. Let's just be honest, y'all. Let's be honest. Let's just call it and be honest. You know what I mean? Can't justify that. You can't clean that up. Shot her 3 times in the face. 3 times in the face. Headshot. Tony says that they have the right to defend yourself even against the police. An overkill. 3 times in the face? Like, then laughed about it. Then he laughed about it. So with him not turning on the body cam, it makes me wonder, it makes me think like, he knew what he was going to do when he went to that house. You don't turn the body cam on. That's procedures. That's standard procedures for the police. Salute everybody. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I just had to get it off my chest, y'all. Salute.